Welcome to the sporting stream. Hopefully everybody is doing well out there, and here all of you coming in for an ATS matchup. The Apex Cup is in its final week of action, and both these teams have 2 matches to go. This is their +1 match. They obviously had the whole season to schedule this, scheduled it for the final week, and what a match it is. Team Evo Velocity versus Exploding Cat GIF. A best of 5 coming up here, as we're going to recognize a good amount of these players. Evo Velocity, actually the remnants from the HynoX35 Chroma Master, Fresno and Merit are still teammates. They've added in Exo and Karma, who actually earlier this season was on Affinity Sapphire. For one moment, Exploding Cat GIF will recognize Saturn, aka Saturn Pizza, who was the manager and sub for Incorrect White. So I'd say I'd find that pretty exciting. We're all here. And get into our match in just a few minutes. This is a best of 5, but if you take a look at our schedule, and a best of 5 earlier as well. Team Ignition had a field sweep over FFE Digital Rain. Pretty exciting match overall. Got to see Ignition with a bounce back performance. Again, for this match tonight though, it is nothing to do with Ignition. All has to do with Evo, Team Evo, and Exploding Cat GIF. Exploding Cat GIF, one of a couple teams in our Apex Cup that aren't registered onto an organization. There's only a few other teams that are like that. Overall, Martians Minions are in this tournament. They're actually a really good team. They don't have an org. Amazia are a team playing this tournament without an org. So again, those are really that's it. Only 3 out of our 24 total teams without an organization here in the Apex Cup. It's pretty uncommon to see teams at this level, especially in these tournaments, not have an organization. And yet they're both not doing too terribly. Both of them are 3-2 with the record. Exploding Cat GIF though don't have a great game differential, a -4 compared to Evo Velocity's +4. Well, these teams obviously have a lot to do to make sure they stay as good as they can be. And again, the playoffs not secured for either of these sides. Exploding Cat GIF are the number 4 team in their group of 6. It is only the top 3 out of each group that make it to the playoffs. So Evo Velocity, the whole number 3 spot, but Team A&D right below them can battle them for it if they win. So Team A&D, I don't think their match is all that crazy to see. They are definitely a team that has a lot that can go in their favor here for their final week against Team Evo Blokes. If they win that match, there's a good chance that if Team Evo Velocity doesn't win here, he may not be going to the wild card. And for the HynoX35 Chroma side, who have been able to push heavily in those JC3 level tournaments, the GC2 players of that roster are not having as good of a time here in the Apex Cup. For Exploding Cat GIF, the situation's also pretty dire. Team right above them is HynoX Dawn. They can't go any lower than 4th seed, but if they lose here, HynoX Dawn have a pretty good matchup. And of them lately against HynoX Pura Playas this week, a team that actually also hasn't secured their spot. If Evo Velocity wins, it could be Pura Playas who don't make it to the playoff bracket. So there's a ton of playoff bracket spots up for grabs here, and a lot of teams battling for them as well. So pretty important match for both of these sides. Again, we'll make sure that these teams get added in as soon as we can. Get our series tournament underway here. As again, a best of 5 series, heading to the end of our regular season. Team Evo Velocity and Cat Griffin. I think what's even more interesting about this run for Evo Velocity, he joined this tournament late. They actually joined in it during week 1, so they had to play their match very quickly. They're the last team that ever got added to the Apex Cup, facing a team that forfeited out. Simply put, these guys have proven themselves as well, their season. Even with that 3-2 record, Evo Velocity, they've not been having a bad season for themselves. And their only losses were the Martians Minions, who are leading their own group, and as well, more of a shock loss later on for Evo Velocity, 235 El Calenton. That was a pretty shocking loss for them, but Exploding Cat GIF, they themselves also, again, 3-2, and Fine Exploding Cat Gift. Their loss is coming to Whiffer Wetjets, who lead their group and are undefeated, as well as Team Evo Bravado, and who are also leading their own group. So Evo Bravado undefeated, Whiffer Wetjets are not undefeated. They're 5-1. Their only loss is to Evo Bravado. Their only loss is to La Mazia. They actually still have to play Evo Bravado this week. But since then, again, they have gone on a 4-match winning streak. Simply put, these guys have been... Sorry, a 3-match winning streak. You guys have been playing very, very well. And we'll get everything sorted out here as soon as we can. Because again, we're just waiting on these teams. As soon as they give us an update, we'll be good to get things going. Apologies. The delay. And we're just getting things here as Exo, Karma, and Merit in the lobby here for Team Evo Velocity, waiting on who Exploding Cat Gift will be here with us. Again, just trying to get things going here as quickly as we can and get matches underway. Because again, Exploding Cat Gift, this is a pretty big match for both these teams. Again, 3-2 records. Gonna hold those top spots as they're getting the call from Saturn. They are in, so Saturn Pizza, Squubs, Hia Hunter. I know that that's a name of specific out of Exploding Cat Gift. Recognize that. That is, where is this team, by the way? There they are. That might be... They could, I don't think that's Defiance. Feeds, that might be Feeds. I think it's Feeds. Yeah, that's Feeds. Who goes by Hia Hunter in game as we'll get into the lobby here. Pretty important series overall. As here we go, both these teams are 3-2. Team Evo Velocity Exploding Cat Gift, a match that may determine if one of these teams makes it and one of these teams doesn't. Very likely this could be the match that determines things. Team Evo Velocity on the blue side, Exploding Cat Gift on the orange. And a best of 5 series. Welcome to the final week of the Apex Cup Season 2. Reminder again, Hia Hunter goes by Feeds. That's the name you're going to be hearing me use here for tonight, but Evo Velocity again, Again, 2/3 of that 135 Chroma roster that made a top 4 run in Legends Cup 1. In that themselves actually still have some, actually could still be a solid team with that addition, but in comes Merit. He will make sure they get the goal again for Evo Velocity. Being the remnants of Chroma, you would expect them to do very well, but without Mokeo, who is by far the highest ranked player who was on that roster, things have been a little bit tougher this season for them. They've been able to stay at the top level, but again, that loss to X35 El Cantona, a pretty recent loss based on an admin decision of them actually cheating and actually having a player play for them that was not actually added to their roster at that time. They have had, again, a tougher season than they thought they would. El Cantona gave them troubles. So again, both these teams are 2 matches away from the end of the season, so they have 1 more match this week as well. So even if they don't win here, still can potentially recover a little bit with their match later this week. For now, though, Evo Velocity trying to keep on that pressure. Merit will find Karma, saved by Feeds on the back line as Merit again. And pretty interesting to see Karma playing tonight as well. Again, was the sub for Affinity Sapphire. Actually, wasn't even on. He was on Team Evo. He was on, I think, a Team Evo side at the start of this season. Team Evo. I say Team Evo Fatal, actually. At the start of this season. Moved to Affinity Sapphire to be their sub, then moved to Team Evo Velocity to be their sub. So Karma himself has been shuffling rosters this season. As this one cleared away Merit. As Returning 75 team cheated with the bonus player. No. It was Team Evo Velocity who did. They accidentally used Mokeo. It was actually a mistake from them. When they played El Countol, they thought, and I could talk about this a little bit more, they thought Mokeo was on their roster at that point. Since again, he actually is on their roster in the Rocket League Splash Series, which is a GC3 SSL division that they're playing in. They had Mokeo added there. They obviously forgot that this is not a GC3 league, and they accidentally played with him. So they played against El Countol, by the way, if you're wondering. 135 El Countol. Simply put, it was not actually a malicious from Team Evo Velocity. I do want to make that clear. Anybody who's questioning, it was not malicious intent. I probably shouldn't have even brought it up, but it was not malicious intent that they used an extra player. It was simply put a mistake from them thinking that they were using their RLSS roster, Rocket League Splash Series. Again, they're in a GC free division, which Mokeo is allowed to play in. Right now, though, it doesn't seem like they really need him. Or needing Frezzo by that means either, because they're holding on some great pressure right now. Playing Catgift stuck on defense. It's and for Saturn Pizza, who used to be the sub for Incorrect White, who themselves are also having a very good season. Always known to be a relatively defensive player, even before that when he was on NIRV Esports. Always been known to be a defensive player. You would have expected that he would have surrounded himself with more aggressive-minded players, but against Team Evo Velocity, this is one of the highest push offense teams out there in the Apex Cup. These guys will play offense and play a lot of it. But it's kind of the remnants, again, of 135 Chroma, which they used to be on. Which was the roster that Merit and Frezzo were on for Team Evo. Obviously, though, Frezzo not playing today. Actually, I don't think he's going to be available all week until the playoff bracket starts, so so he's really relying a lot on Merit to lead this team here. Again, still, this team very, very aggressive, and adding in Karma, even though he's a sub, he's definitely going to play that aggression. Exo's proven this season to be a pretty heavy aggressive style player. Evo Velocity. And that offensive push, although they only have one goal this game, the Exploding Catgift. You have time to answer back, but I think it's difficult to just get out of defense here. Evo Velocity hold him down as Karma. Exo. That one a bump in the midfield as Karma will be there, and you can already tell Merit pre-jumping for this one. Oh, he's almost read it too, but that one will bounce off the corner and no shot will be made. As Merit beat there, Karma will get around Squubs and Splitting Catgift unable to break through here. Team Evo Velocity have time to work with. It's a miss in the midfield here. Exploding Catgift will recover. Still only a 1-goal difference here in Game 1. Evo Velocity have brought offense, have not been able to score so often though. The defense of Exploding Catgift, as usual, standing very strong. All you need is one good chance, maybe that's it. It bounces off the post, 10 seconds remain. They gotta get down the field, but dunked by Merit. Time running low, he'll pinch in mid. Exo's shot, that goes wide. Exploding Catgift rushing to the scene, but that one will hit the ground. And Team Evo Velocity will start the series in their favor. Mind about these teams at 3-2 records, even with that strange admin loss for Evo Velocity, they're still probably the favorites in this match, but again, so much of this series really relying on the whole season of what these teams have built. Coming in, this guy's like the Gibbs for B-tier teams. Are you talking about me? Are you talking about Saturn? Whatever you're talking about, I'm assuming you're talking about me. I don't know what that means. You're saying I'm like an analyst? Yes, I do know stuff about this league. I run it. I'm one of the people who has director access in this league. Yes, I would know stuff about a lot of previous matches. Also, you guys can know as well. They're all public. Here as Team Evo Velocity. Gonna keep the offense rolling here as I know a lot about roster changes. Well, I have seen a lot of these players before as well, just to, mind you. Saturn's been on the stream a ton, back on Incorrect White and NIRV. Team Evo Velocity, you'll recognize again Merit. Karma, he's been on the stream this season for Affinity Sapphire. And he's also been on Team Evo even before that. Again, I also just know stuff about this league. Yes, I could talk a lot about Team Evo Velocity. Their season's been an interesting one, to say the very least. But again, even with all the weird mistakes they've made, all the weird situations they've been in, having to, again, joining late into the season with the match against 135 El Canto. And again, the weirdness of not being able to play with Frezzo for the last half of the season. These guys have held up very, very well, and they're still a very threatening team to play against. As Merit always whiffed on that one. Maybe I spoke too soon. What a save from Karma, as he'll get back in time. Feeds. Karma keeps it away. Squabs now looking for more offense. Exo, Saturn. Exo still with it. As this one flicked to the back wall. Saturn again, and it's open! And Exploding Cat Gift have taken a goal here in Game 2. With how much the control they had, Team Evo Velocity's sitting pretty far back. And their challenges coming in a bit slowly here. Still a well-controlled Exploding Cat Gift. Better to them. That is a beautiful way to start off Game 2. Now, with how low scoring these games are going to be, just by the virtue of the defense of Exploding Cat Gift. That one goal may be all they need. It was all Evo Velocity needed last game, but, well, they're not going to worry for long. Squabs, though, will get the block. Exploding Cat Gift live to tell another tale here as Karma. Looking for another chance. Will be here to the back corner. Merit. Exo demoed away. Merit was hoping Exo would be available to challenge that, but as said, Exploding Cat Gift going to stay on top of this. Is Exo challenged by Squabs. Karma. That one pinched to the back corner as Saturn Pizza. Looking for the clear away. Karma still with it. Trying to get the flip reset, but the Velocity not able to get control. And again, that's what the issue is. This team may have such a good offensive mentality, such good pressure, but Exploding Cat Gift have dealt with that before. And I mean, this is a team of really strong defensive type players. You got a player like Saturn Pizza in the backfield who, not only as a coach, not only has done work as a manager, as a guy who front runs an org, he has some really good mentality, but... And so this Exploding Cat Gift team can deal with this kind of pressure. It'll be up to Evo Velocity to be able to break it down as Karma. Oh, bumped off by Merit as space now for feeds. Right before the start of the season here, Exploding Cat Gift. A team that had to rely on roster changes, Squabs having been one of them during the season, as now he'll go again. Second touch! Oh my goodness! Squabs doesn't end with a dunk. He gets the second touch. An Exploding Cat Gift lead by 2. An incredible strike at an incredible time. That's the response Exploding Cat Gift have been waiting for. Squabs showing up with one of the best goals of the season so far. I'll be seeing that on the highlight reels this week, at the end of the week, and into the playoff brackets. Squabs with a double tap that came literally out of nowhere. Team Evo Velocity want more offense, need to get that goal back, and they really need to get goals back soon. Exploding Cat Gift holding them to a shutout here as Merit unable to get past Saturn Pizza as he'll go to the back wall. Merit with another clear. Oh, team bump there. Evo Velocity not in the right position. Demo in front won't be made. And Team Evo Velocity with another big clear. Exo. Saturn unable to get to it. It's Karma, but he needs to throw it on net. That shot will go well wide of the target. And Evo Velocity will have to try something else. Squabs dunked by Karma. This ball dribbled back as Saturn. Squabs redirect. Is that on? It is! Another goal for Squabs! This guy is peaking right now. And Exploding Cat Gift have answered in Game 2. My goodness! This is Squabs' show-up match. Exploding Cat GIF have answered back in game 2. An impressive fortitude. Viva Velocity, for all the good they've done on offense, Exploding Cat GIF have offense themselves, and they're showing up at the moment it matters. Reminder, this match may matter for Viva Velocity, but it matters just the same to Exploding Cat GIF. Or the most important match of the regular season so far for these teams. This could determine your spot in that final bracket. Exploding Cat GIF take game 2. That defense holding up still. With the kind of pressure that they're bringing, all they need is to keep up that pressure, keep up the pace, keep up those offensive pushes. Squabs with an incredible performance. That's one of the best performances I've seen in a very long time. Both his goals, absolutely incredible. You just don't expect that kind of stuff at this level. But these are the kind of players that have elevated this season. This series guaranteed to go to game 4, but one of these teams will have match point joining into that game. This will be where that answer will be found. Viva Velocity brought the offense, but Exploding Cat GIF have the answer. And so long as their offense gets off to a good start, they're looking like a top-tier team. 5 seconds is all they needed, and Feeds will make sure that one pings in the nets. Exploding Cat GIF already on the board. Not only does this win matter for them, it matters for so many other teams as well. Both these teams have competition for their playoff spots. Whether it be a team above or below them. Oftentimes, with both, a lot of other teams will be watching and anticipating this series because it may very well determine their chances to make it into that final bracket. But in Cat GIF, I believe it's 135 Pro Plus who are right above them. For Team Evo Velocity, it's Huntrix Dawn. These teams, not just on their shoulders, but on so many other teams as well. This one best of 5, you could never think a best of 5 like this would have so much weight in the playoff seedings, but our Apex Cup this season with so many teams playing in it, and so few spots open, every win matters, and every team that wins will matter. For Evo Velocity, a lot of this is also redemption for the season they've had. It's not been as good as they've wanted it to be. They came in as a team that was expected to do very well to lead this league. Again, their season has been somewhat disappointing at times. Again, I mentioned that lost to X35 El Canton. They're being a disappointing loss. They had recently a forfeit loss as it's recorded. Meaning that in terms of the records, it's a 3-0 loss. It always feels like they're on the cusp of making it in, but they just can't beat the top teams. Exploding Cat GIF, definitely could be argued to be one of those top teams. And hence a team that Team Evo Velocity needs to prove that they can beat. You just aren't going to get into that playoff bracket without proving that you can be one of the best by beating one of the best. As they look for that answer, that one's going to find its way under the bar. Merit with the redirect. As a little redirect gets past Feeds and Squabs. Evo Velocity have brought our goal back. The first time we've seen both these teams score in a game. There'll be no more shutouts, at least for game 3. As Evo Velocity looking for another, pinched in front! Merit will win the 50! And Evo Velocity have another on the board! Exo finds the corner, and Merit pushes through Squabs. Team Evo take the lead. It was 2 goals straight. 1 goal up. Karma now. Merit unable to find the goal as Exo. Demo on goal, Exo wins, the net's wide open, and Karma makes it 3 goals to 1. And this is the scariness of Evo Velocity. When you give this team time, they will take it. When you give Evo Velocity confidence, they will score. With all the pressure that's on them in this match, with all the eyes watching this series, every goal is one step closer, but Exploding Cat Gift, chance to answer. He's not able to get there in time, but Squubs will. No boost in the tank. Exo with none himself will get through it first. Saturn up the corner. Karma just delaying the play as another one in front feeds it. Not able to get the infield pass though. Exploding Cat Gift playing very close quarters in that corner, but Team Evo Velocity have the net covered. It's a team that sits back quite far. Exploding Cat Gift find the most success whenever they can score from distance, shoot from distance. Right now though, they're just unable to get that kind of spacing for themselves, but Squubs may have found it here. No early challenge. Barrett will still go for it. Once again, Exploding Cat Gift slow to respond. A Saturn Pizza. Exo looking to put one more on. It will be kept out by Squubs first. As Evo Velocity, another infield pass. Saturn. Go off the corner. No one wanting it there for Evo Velocity, but same could be said about Exploding Cat Gift. No challenge came, and once again, just not enough activity there, and they're going to be caught on this. Evo Velocity's been far more willing to just play up in the face. Exploding Cat Gift sitting back a lot more, and while that defensive style works, it doesn't work when you're down by 2 goals. As another one falls in, it's going to be 4-1, a 3-goal difference now. Evo Velocity showing you how to play proactive Rocket League. Challenging earlier, playing much more confidently. Exploding Cat Gift. A game's performance, we need to see more of it. If they'll have any chance in taking the series, Evo Velocity looking for one more. That's bounced off the post. Squubs, low boost, will find Saturn, but I think he was actually looking for feeds on the other side. Once again, the Exploding Cat Gift going to the corner, but once again, they're just falling a bit too close to Evo Velocity, and allows Evo Velocity to get these goal line challenges that they are kind of relying on a lot more. Plus, Exploding Cat Gift have demos in their plans. They're not going to win in that corner. As Merritt, big dunk should be number 5 if Karma can get to it. And wouldn't you believe it, he does. A hat trick for Karma. And game 3 wildly in the favor of Evo Velocity at this point. 14 seconds to go. A 4-goal lead. Evo Velocity just kept scoring after that first goal. The confidence continues to follow them throughout this series. They're going to look for one more. Exo. Not able to get a second touch, but Exploding Cat Gift have a lot to look at back into in here in this game 3. Confidence they had all but gone at this point. And the ability to strike quickly on offense, we've got to see more of that. Feed stepped up before. Who's going to step up next match? Right now for Exploding Cat Gift, just relying on defense alone is not enough. Only 4 shots this game compared to the 12 of Team Evo. It really does feel like Team Evo could take over this series. And that's not good news. Some of the other teams in their grouping. Team Evo, as I mentioned as well, again, a couple teams watching this series. Of them is Onyx Pro Plias, who they could overtake with a win here. Team 8 and D right below them, who could take over any of Pro Plias or Evo Velocity if they lose. So if Evo Velocity wins, it's A&D who has to rely on Onyx Pro Plias losing. Exploding Cat Gift, if they lose, their chance in the playoffs rely on them winning that last match and hoping that Dawn will lose this week. Just not a likely thing. Onyx Dawn do play Pro Plias though. Could happen, but you don't want to rely on other teams to get you into the playoffs. As we head into game number 4. This series, I mean, it's an intense one for both these teams. It's the final week of the regular season. Match they've been trying to schedule since the very beginning of the season. I don't think when they started off the season with this match, I don't think they ever expected in their wildest dreams that this match would be this important for them. But it has been, and these teams have to play very well. As we did have a disconnect, so we'll wait there as we're gonna get the players all back in the lobby here for game number 4. Team Evo Velocity can win the series here. Exploding Cat Gift have proven that they have a good defense. They've got to be able to bring offense with it too. The defense can only do so much in a game, and now that we're in game 4, this is where they've got to show their best. I don't mean the best that they can do. I mean the best they've ever done all season. This is a match that will require them to do such, because, again, these are both teams that can make it into the playoffs, and very likely one of them's not making it. Is Merit's going to get the early goal. Evo Velocity wasting no time to get on the board. You saw it was Exo who started this play, and he's just going to pinch it with Merit. A strange shot, you saw it, fooled Feeds on the back line. And Evo Velocity up by 1. Playing Cat Gift. At this point, I think you're going to start to see a little bit of panic from this team as double commit there. Squab's getting bumped, but not out of the play here as we'll take that challenge. Saturn, though. Merit in the midfield. Exo not able to find the nets, and playing Cat Gift. Down the field, Squabs is an infield option, but Musty Flick instead, there by Feeds. As Merit, off the crossbar, off the post, it's just wide of the net. Evo Velocity, that close to making this 2-0. Exploding Cat Gift have to step up, and that's a big save from Exo. The bump was connected on. Exploding Cat Gift had a net. Exo was the only one left. Now the other way, Karma, flip reset, could not get under that last defender. Merit. That's the fake on 1. Saturn Pizza, the only one back. Feeds, chasing it down, who has been the most aggressive player so far for Exploding Cat Gift. But one of them, Squubs himself, has also shown his aggression. And yet, neither of them able to connect on plays together. Shows there's a disconnect here at the Exploding Cat Gift offense. It's one that is going to prove to be fatal for them if they can't turn things around slowly here as Squubs. That one pitch to the back wall, Saturn Pizza. Will be on the end of this as, oh, fake there, Exo. Gonna wait on this as he'll force in Squubs, but the shot comes through. Redirect. Oh, that was on target. I think Squubs just saved the shot there from Feeds. Exploding Cat Gift, that was the tie game right there in the palm of their hand. And that chance is gone. They'll go again upfield. Saturn off the corner. Second touch. Merits will get that touch away. Squubs now. Half the game about to pass through, and still no goals for Exploding Cat Gift. Feeds. Exo not on it. Merit's whiffed on the post. Bump in front. The net's wide open. And Squubs strikes to the hearts of Evo Velocity. It's tied halfway into game 4. The chaos ensued. The bump was connected. Exploding Cat Gift bring a goal back. Squubs. Again on the upfield clear. Off the back wall. Still it's Karma who will try to see this one away. Exo to Merit. Evo Velocity a bit enraged at this point. They know just how close they are to taking this match and potentially locking in a very good chance for a playoff spot. But how tough these teams have had their groups been for them. A good chance they could actually pass through the wild card as well. Still, Exploding Cat Gift, the ones who need to play up! But it won't happen! Karma off the back wall! And Evo Velocity score once again! One goal to them! One goal more! Exploding Cat Gift again, but on the back foot, but off to the back wall already. In front, Saturn, in! Squubs on the line! Karma gets there! And Exploding Cat Gift still search for more. Karma bumps out Exo, that's wide open! And it's Saturn to tie it at 2! Exploding Cat Gift not giving up! Another bump goal! And another one for Exploding Cat Gift's confidence! A deadlock in Game 4. No one can break through, but Evo Velocity looking to do it here. Off the back wall, that shot not come free. And Exploding Cat Gift looking for yet another clear, but Exo blocks it early. Squabs, oh, he's a little bit nervous there in front of his own goal line. And who wouldn't be when you know what's on the line? Exo up, it's Merit on the goal. Saturn will be waiting for it. Great patience from the ATS veteran. Taking his time, waiting for the opportunities. But Evo Velocity still have theirs. Merit, what a dribble. Karma, unable to get near that net. Evo Velocity once again sent back as a double tap from Feeds. Merit feeds around the corner. Exo missed it! Squabs! It's one back! Exploding Cat Gift! Their first lead of the game! And it comes with 43 seconds left! Exo backflipped! And ECG with one back! And maybe, just maybe, that goal, not only the go-ahead goal, but the goal for Game 5. Feeds looking for another off the back wall. No second touch made. Evo Velocity. It's Karma. Merit pushed up too high. Will be able to get Saturn to overcommit though, and maybe space for Evo Velocity again. But another heavy clear stopped by Squubs. He's got the second touch, wasting that time, looking for the chance. Merit waiting under it. Exo. Karma. Evo Velocity. So close and yet so far from winning this series. Exploding Cat Gift, hold on for more, but Exo has the clear. Space for Merit. That shot saved away. Scrubs. And Feeds. The ball stays high. He's hit that ground. And it will. We have Game 5 upcoming. For a match that matters so much, you only feel like it deserves to go the distance. Champions Field. Determine a winner. Determine a team that advances in their playoff hopes. Exploding Cat Gift once again, bringing the offense when they need it, when it matters most. But there's still one game left. Team Evo Velocity and Exploding Cat Gift go to Game 5. What a match it has been. What an incredible amount of pressure on these teams because there's so much on the line. Saturn made it to the playoffs last season in Incorrect White. Made it to a top 4 finish as well. Evo Velocity again, the Onyx Chroma players from Onyx Chroma, ex-Onyx Chroma players, trying to show that here they can do it! And Exo, what a start! Up early, and look at how slow he makes this play. Gives Karma all the time he needs to force out Saturn Pizza. Team Evo Velocity once again strike first, but we know from last game, one goal will surely not be enough. Exploding Cat Gift have proven that they're finding two methods into getting offense. They know how to break down Team Evo and take advantage of mistakes. Capitalize on those openings. Evo Velocity can't give up any sort of opportunities. So you should expect Exploding Cat Gift to be right on top of it. Exo. Karma. Back down for Exo. Nobody back! And that one falls through! Another for Exo! And another for Team Evo! Exploding Cat Gift overcommitted. Scrubs and Saturn Pizza. Neither of them on the goal line. And that is a costly error. And a costly series if they can't take this back. For how close they've made things, Exploding Cat Gift cannot let that 2-goal lead get the better of them. Squubs. Almost raining across that net, but it's Evo Velocity who will be on the end of the ball. Saturn Pizza. Missed there by Exo. One back and Karma. The bump comes through! And Squubs finds it! Saturn Off the back wall, force it in front, and Karma never even moved. Some would wonder, I think it was a disconnect, but Exploding Kharkiv will take any goal they can get at this point. As Karma's still not moving. Team of Velocity, they'll hope that their playoff hopes don't go out like this. Exploding Kharkiv now playing essentially a 3v2 here. Team Evo's got to play the best defense they played all night. Exploding Kharkiv holding on. Saturn will tie the game. And with Karma's disconnect, all but certain at this point, Evil Velocity can only hope that he'll be able to reconnect. As Exploding Kharkiv. Another one, Saturn! And that's gonna be the lead. Exploding Kharkiv with yet another. Now this 3v3 has become a 3v1. Exo all by himself at this point. I wonder if we are going to get that reset here. Exploding Kharkiv could call for it at this point. And league rules, you cannot restart a game. Goals have already been scored. So unfortunately for Team Evo Velocity, them being stuck like this is only going to make things tougher for them. Exploding Kharkiv. What a horrible way for this match to end if this is the way it happens. Karma has rejoined. It's been a pretty hard swing. So far, no calls me Exploding Kharkiv. This game continues. How strange it has been so far, you know. It doesn't feel like the fitting way for it to end, but maybe Team Evo can rally back. There's still half the game left. Easily enough time to get more on the board, but Evo Velocity's got to be able to recollect as Karma. That one dunked, saved away by Merit. Evo Velocity need 2 goals back as missed there. Squubs waiting in the corner. Demo in front. Exo's got the shot under the bar, and Evo Velocity coming back. It's another one. They're not done. And even with those 4 goals for Exploding Kharkiv, one goal away from tying things again. Team Evo Velocity in Game 5 played at a 3v1 at one point. And yet, they still may be able to take it. Hope is still there for them. Squubs, Merits, wanting the net. This one will be collected, though, as Exo goes again. Saturn. Karma wants to stay afloat here. He'll get the dunk on, too. Merit, another dunk. As Saturn again. Exo, Karma. Exo keeps the ball up as Saturn in the midfield. Merit going for goals, saved away, but a follow-up shot off the crossbar from Exo. He's been hot all night. He goes again, saved by feet. And Evo Velocity still attack, but Squubs will keep it away here. Offense for Exploding Kharkiv. And time wasted off that clock. Exo, though, forcing out another play. Karma. It only feels like a matter of time before Evo Velocity get it. But time is what's the issue. Only 1 minute remains. And while they may have the offense to get that goal, when and if they'll get it is the question. Exo. Merit. Space is his. Exploding Kharkiv playing a very far back line. The midfield hasn't really been there since in this last half of the game. Team Evo Velocity. They've been controlled, but they need their chance. Karma could not put that one on target. Time running even lower. 30 seconds and counting. Exo, unable to get offense. It's another clear, but this one straight to Karma and to Evo Velocity's hands. But the midfield held strong by Exploding Catgift. Evil Velocity may not even get a chance to score. As Exo, off the back wall, whiff there, it's open! And Karma, the super sub, added only 1 week ago. That goal may determine Game 5. 4-4, Evil Velocity have brought it back. Time running lower. 1 goal will determine this match. Exo wants it for himself. Scrubs clears, redirect not there. And we head to overtime. 1 more goal. Playoff hopes rest on this one. And the nerves of the players rest on it too. So many high caliber talent. So much still to play for. Exo kept out, but a bump in front. Scrubs will be there. Feeds sitting on the defense, but he'll go up for this one. Exploding Catgift. Saturn cleared back by Merit. As it goes off the sidewall. Karma. Evil Velocity still trying to deal with the fact that they had multiple disconnects this game and were still able to come back. Willing to deal with maybe the anger from that. Maybe that's something that they could really utilize in this OT. Bring that anger, personify it, show what they're made of, but right now they're getting faked by Squubs. Exploding Catgift. Keep the pressure up. Feeds. Dunk by Karma. Squubs ends it! And that's it! Exploding Catgift take the series. In the final game, in the overtime, it's 1 bad 50 in the corner, and that ends the match. Exploding Catgift. Now 4-2. What a performance, and what a huge meaning this is for them. They will surpass 100x on the rankings, take the number 3 spot. All they worry about at this point for now is about what next Dawn will do for Evil Velocity. Their loss means that there is a very real chance Team A and D could surpass them. Series that goes the distance. Deserved every reason to do so. Simply put, that match deserved all of that action. And we got to witness it here. We'll get back in here, the interview with Exploding Catgift at this point. Sure, they're going to be ecstatic. Again, as I said, this might be the most important win of their entire season, just to make it in the playoffs. Saturn, again, has made top 4 before on Incorrect White. And he'll join us here again. A 3-2 series win, a tense series that went the distance. Saturn Pizza, welcome in, my friend. A win for your side. How are you feeling now that you've been able to take that victory?
Feel a little bit better. Gets us 1 step closer to having a shot at the playoffs, so definitely feels good.
I know for you guys as well, it was a tough one. Down 2-1 in the series at one point. You know, you yourself have been a coach before. What did you tell your teammates going into game number 4 to kind of keep your spirits high, to keep your team going, and to make sure you guys played the best you could?
Well, we definitely know going in every game, every series is going to be winnable for us. And going into a deficit like that, you know, definitely is a little bit unfortunate of a start. I can say myself was not playing at my best, but I know we had it in us to get it done. Just got to keep our spirits high and make sure we keep things pushing despite the deficit, and we ended up getting the job done.
Incredible performance as well. I mean, seriously, you're a player that's been in this league for a while. It never gets easy being able to, you know, play at this level and being able to, you know, play against so many of these incredibly scary new teams. So And, you know, for you, at least for this entire season, your team in a very good position to secure your spot in the playoffs at this point. You haven't secured it yet, but I mean, your win right now puts you in that number 3 spot. One more win, and you'll have done an incredible job. You know, what are you guys gonna do? Because your work's not over, and you guys know your season is far from over.
Well, we're just going to keep our heads about us. We know that going into these last few series are always going to be the most stressful, so we're going to have to mentally prepare for that and put the time in. But I'm hoping we can get the job done. It's been an exciting season of ups and downs, and I hope that we can just keep this going as long as possible.
As you mentioned as well, you guys hope to keep that momentum going, obviously. You have only one more match tonight. Not match tonight, one more match this week. I don't think you're playing tonight, it's pretty late. Here for Exploding Gat Gift, you guys have to play against 100X Dawn, a team that's in your group, a team that is literally fighting for that exact same spot. So if you let it get more intense, then you gotta play against a team that could surpass you in the rankings. So what are you guys gonna do to make sure that that doesn't happen? Because 100X Dawn are a very good team, and they want it just as badly.
I'm sure they do. These situations are always what you want to be in as a player. You know, winning in, it's what you want to build yourself for. So I trust my teammates to be prepared for it. I've been with these guys for a while, and I really like how our season has started to shape up, especially towards the end. So I think we can get the job done.
Again, thank you so much for joining in, Saturn. A 3-2 win, Exploding Cat Gift, with probably the most tense match of all season. That's going to pale in comparison, though, to when you guys have to play against 100X Dawn. So good luck to that as well. But for now, you know, before you leave, before you probably prepare for that final match of the season, is there any last things you want to say? Any final messages out there before we end this stream?
I just want to say thank you to y'all and to all the teams for showing out. This has been a very exciting season, especially for us so far. So very glad we're getting to be a part of it.
Well, again, congratulations on your win, Saturn, and to Exploding Cat Gift, a 3-2 win over Team Evo Velocity. Good luck against 100X Dawn, and hopefully we'll be able to see you guys in the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Hopefully so. Thank you, Sporty.
And that was Saturn joining in for a talk after his 3-2 win. What a night it has been. That was an incredible series. Thank you, Squubs and Jesse King Jr. for the follows. Welcome to the Sporty Streamers. Again, we take a look at our schedule for the last time tonight. What match did we have? We had a Frio Sweep for Ignition and a 3-2 win. Exploding Cat Gift taking us. Thank you as well, Feeds, for the follow. Come in as well as also a sub. Thank you for the sub as well, Feeds. That means a lot to me. So thank you. As I'm gonna get a raid out here. Who is live that I can raid? Let's go raid here. Thank you all so much for joining the Sportiest stream. It's been a pleasure hosting for all of you. We got a ton more matches to come up this week, including a tournament Friday through Sunday, the ATS Paradise Cup 2v2 Oregoner Showcase. So we'll see that soon. But for now, have a great night. Take care. We'll be live again tomorrow.